You ever get duct taped next to your sister and then tell your kidnapper, it's me or my sister? I don't know what that means. That was the thumbnail of this video called Me or My Sister, and the thumbnail is them duct taped. I'm just really intrigued by it, so we're gonna see what this is even about. I have no clue what to expect. It's been a while since we reacted to a super uncomfortable story, so here we go.
My twin sister Hazel and I were home alone that night. Our parents were at a reunion party at their friend's house.
Is he smoking weed?
And they were staying over.
Kinda look, I mean,
at around midnight, we heard
be
some noise coming from downstairs. As we were fast asleep in our room.
Hold on, this is only 13 seconds in. This thing's already moving quick. You know this is gonna be good. Dad's out partying and you hear a noise downstairs. This is gonna be exciting. Or disturbing. Could be disturbing.
Noise startled us. Hazel was sleeping on her bed next to mine, and after hearing that sound,
You
she
go under your
turned to
covers.
me and said in her sleepy voice, "What's that sound? Must be a cat or a raccoon getting on the trash can," I replied.
This is so stupid. I was about to say how unrealistic it is, but then I realized I was camping with Isaac and I heard a sound and I did the same thing, so I would do this too. So
She
far, it's
agreed,
real.
And we didn't think much of it, but suddenly, the door to our room swung open.
Okay.
We instantly got up and looked towards the door. There
This is where
in
you-
the dark, we saw two figures running towards us fast. But before we move on, like this video.
You really gonna do that when I'm like kind of having a hyperventilation moment here? I don't do well with horror things, by the way, if you didn't realize. Anything even remotely scary, I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't watch them. I can't handle it.
Hit that subscribe button.
No,
And
but you
this
should
will
do
let
it.
You live 20 amazing years longer.
What she's saying is do that to me on my video right now. Like it, subscribe it, bell it, or two men are gonna, nope, I'm not gonna go there. Nope. Oh
Before
my
we could
gosh.
scream
What
or
the
reach for
heck?
our phones, each of the masked people shut our mouth using a cloth that had a weird smell.
We're on
I
YouTube,
looked at
right?
Hazel from
Is
the
this
corner
YouTube?
of my eye and saw that she was struggling to get out of the person's grip like I was doing.
Can't
But
say
we
if
couldn't,
sure.
as they were big and much stronger than us. A few minutes later, my eyes started to feel
Guys, I might be reacting to the wrong website today. My apologies if we are. We're gonna go ahead and full send it though anyway. We're already a minute in. You know, we can't undo that.
heavy, and I passed out. When I was conscious again, I was not in my room.
Wow.
I, along with Hazel and the two intruders, were in our parents' room.
I'll be honest with you, I saw the thumbnail and I thought that's probably pushing the limits of what's actually taking place today. And here we are, duct taped, like I said.
They had tied our hands and legs, tied us to a chair, and taped our mouths
the
shut.
heck is this?
Meanwhile, they were trying to pick the lock of the safe in
Oh
the
my
room.
gosh, guys,
But
what in
they
the
saw
wor-
that we were conscious, so one of them came to us and said, "I'm going to open one of your tapes, and you're going to answer what we ask. If you try to scream, it wouldn't be good."
Well, I mean, the good news is he's wearing a face mask, so he is at least protecting himself from COVID, which some people aren't doing. If thieves are wearing face masks, you better wear a face mask. That's all
Pulled
I'm
out a
saying.
gun and showed it to us
Okay,
and put
alright,
it back
okay.
away. After that, he reached for the tape on my mouth and took it off. As he
So
had
gently.
said, I didn't scream or say anything. "Do you know the passcode of this safe?" "No, we don't."
Well, my thing is, if they got the dude on camera right here, why don't they just arrest him? I mean, we can clearly see what he looks like here, so I'm just a little confused. Why isn't he in jail?
We honestly had no idea as we never paid attention to the safe.
It also makes you wonder, where's the camera crew during all of this? I mean, there's a cameraman standing here pointing a camera at her, and he's not even interfering. I mean, that's just an observation, guys.
"When's your birthday?" he asked again. "September 20th?" I replied, and the other person tried to put it in as a code, but the safe didn't open. The man that was asking questions got angry and taped my mouth shut again. But then Hazel started making a sound from underneath the tape.
Okay, okay. Why does the tape look like a skeleton, like skeleton teeth? Like, tape does not look like skeleton teeth. Unless you're using skeleton teeth tape, which it didn't specify.
I knew that she used to get suffocated quickly, but the intruders didn't. So I started making noise as well to
Are they
get their
turning red?
attention.
Is that just me or are they turning red? I feel like they're turning red.
"Shut them up, I can't focus," the one working on the safe said. So the other one came to us again and this time opened the tape from Hazel's mouth. "What?" he said. "I can't breathe like this," she replied.
Oof.
He went to the
Yo, I could not do that either. Like, sometimes I struggle between what I breathe through and like sometimes I can't breathe through my nose. So that would be
other
tough.
guy and whispered something into his ear.
Killer.
Next thing you know, they were carrying us down to our basement. They dropped us there. Our hands and feet were still tied, but they took the tape off of our mouth. "Okay, you go to work on the safe and I'll guard them," he said. "I knew you
Why'd you move them? What was wrong with where they were?
there. We need
Oh,
to
because they
break the
couldn't
safe,"
breathe, right.
The other replied. Then the guy with the gun looked at us and said, "Don't try to scream or try to be smart. I'll blow your heads off." And they went upstairs again to my parents' room.
Dang, this family though has some abstract art. Look at that. You either got like a cupcake or a rocket ship taken off, and then over here you got that river looking thing, that white river with two blue mountains on it. Yeah, that's what it is. I love it.
Hazel and I were trying very hard to undo the rope that they had tied to our hands. It was not an easy job, obviously. Not working. Hazel was crying in disappointment.
Well, I mean, the good news is they're okay so far. I mean, they're just gonna lose some money. I don't know. I feel like, well, if you're a burglar though, just take the whole safe. Like, why are you doing it? Just take the whole safe. Break it open when you get home.
And a few moments later, Hazel gasped. Yes, she was doing it. Finally freeing herself out of the rope. After untying the ropes on her own hands and legs, she came to me and untied mine. We hugged each other and then started talking about what we should do next in a very low voice. What do we do now?
Okay, let's think. What do? You got 2 dudes in your base. One dude's trying to beat you up, but like he's gone. Their protector, their defender guy's gone. What do? I would pretend that I'm still there, but then they would notice. So I'd keep the ropes on me, pretend like I'm still there. Then they come back. Boom, got a knife in my back pocket. Cut his throat. Boom, upstairs, free.
I didn't have a single clue about that, but suddenly I remembered something. A few days before, my dad's poor handyman skill had caused a crack in the basement's window, and if we strike it one more time, the glass would come off, giving us a way out.
Now I would do that, but then collect the glass and then cut their throat.
But there was a catch. The breaking of the glass would make a sound, and the window was so small, only one of us could get out at a time.
Ooh.
That meant we would have only enough time for one of us to get out before the intruders.
Now hold on, hear me out. There's a spider web in the back. You see that? That means there's a spider somewhere that could bite them and give them Spider-Man powers, making it so that they could spider web the intruders.
Came down after the sound. It was me or my sister. No matter the catch, I decided to tell the idea to my sister. One of us has to stay here, I said after telling her the full plan. You should go and get help, I said.
Where's the dude that's supposed to be guarding them? Where's he been at the last 5 minutes that they've developed a plan and almost escaped at this point? Where is he?
Again, as I wanted her to be safe.
Lazy burglar.
But she didn't agree. Harley, everyone knows that you're the marathon champion and fastest runner in our school. You should go and get help. They might catch me, but they won't be able to catch you. So we decided that I was the one to go out and my sister was going to stay there and distract them if they came down.
Look, hold up. The sister's shirt, if you saw that, matched the box color. Sister could pretend she's a box and then escape because they think she's a box. It's like prop hunt in real life.
Then we tried to find a heavy object in the dark with very little light. But since it was the basement, it wasn't hard. Hazel instantly found a hammer.
We're like 4 minutes in. Where's this guard at, man? Oh my gosh, you have a weapon now. You could kill the guard. I mean, this is crazy.
We wasted no time and went towards the window. I looked at my sister and said, I'll come back soon. After that, I climbed a box to reach the window, and as soon as I did, I hit the glass with a hammer. As we had predicted, it made a loud sound. So I immediately cleared the glass and climbed out. Then I started.
Why did I expect the glass to shatter? I did not expect her to just. That was the last thing I saw coming. I'm not gonna lie.
Running without looking back even once.
Okay.
I instantly ran to my neighbors across the street and started knocking on the door. Mr. Harris, please open the door.
Plot twist. She breaks in and burglarizes them.
I cried as I knocked
to get the money
they didn't
back.
Answer, so I didn't waste any more time there. Quickly, I ran to another neighbor's house and started knocking, but there too I got no response.
She's clearly inside of some kind of a busy city. Why are the streets empty? Global pandemic, perhaps. Takes place in an alternate reality?
But I had to keep trying, so I ran to another neighbor's, Stafford's house. I knocked on their door and screamed, Mr. and Mrs. Stafford, please, open the door. The light of the porch.
Mr. and Mrs. Stafford are the ones that are breaking in right now.
Turned on and the door opened.
Oh, never mind.
Mr. Stafford saw me and asked, Harley, what are you doing here at this time? I told him that our house had been broken into and everything that had happened. He let me in and immediately called the police. He gave them our address and handed me the phone to call my parents.
Yo, my dude's rocking an iPhone 5S right there, I can tell by looking at it with that button. You're welcome. If you wondered, you're welcome.
So I did. I called my parents and told them everything. They told me that they would be home instantly.
Whoa. I saw some wine in there. Do not drunk drive. I hope they got an Uber home. We're going to find out. And if they didn't... we got a serious crime on our hands, guys. We will definitely investigate that one.
Soon we heard police car sirens. So we went out and walked towards my house. There were 2 police cars parked in front of our house.
Oh, snap.
They had just reached and were getting out of the car.
But where's your sister?
As we were walking in, we saw that our front door was wide open. We immediately went in to see that the intruders were already gone.
Why'd you not go to check your sister?
And that they had opened my parents' safe as well. But that was not the important thing.
Here it is.
So the first thing I did was run to the basement with the police. There, I saw my sister.
Oh, she was still there. No way. No way. No way. If you're breaking into a house, you probably should take the sister so that you can use her for a ransom to get more money. As someone who's home invaded before Minecraft videos.
Tied again, and her mouth was shut with tape. She was crying. I hurriedly removed the tape from her mouth and untied the rope. As soon as I did that, she hugged me and cried even more.
Now, how did they get the safe password? Did she secretly know the whole time?
What happened? She told us that as soon as I got out, they came down. As they saw the window broken and that I wasn't there, the gunman took out his gun and put it to her head. Didn't I tell you not to act smart? He said. But the other one interrupted and said that they had to leave. So he slapped her hard. He was angry because of which she fell on the floor and then tied her and left. But what she told me next made me so proud of her.
How'd they get the code? You didn't even explain it. How'd you get it?
She told us that when he had a gun to her head, she went for his jacket and took out his purse. And as she fell, she threw it under a shelf.
What?
Since the guy was so angry, he didn't even notice.
Oh, no way. These new burglars out here didn't take a hostage, brought your credit card at all. You probably shouldn't even bring it, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't, right? Seems stupid. I don't know, guys.
So I went to the shelf, crouched down, and pulled a purse from under there. I gave it to the police officer without opening it. She opened it and found a driver's license, but the photo was cut out
Henry
from it.
Baker? Her neighbors?
Henry Baker, she read out.
Oh.
Does your family have anything to do with Henry Baker? She asked. No, not that we know of, I replied. Then she called her office and asked to look him up in the system. After that, we heard someone calling.
I do wonder too. Look him up in the system. What's that mean? Is there just a system police have where they can just Zach Spangler and it goes Loverfella, social media influencer, 1.4 million subscribers? Like, is that a thing? I don't know.
Her name from upstairs.
I don't
Hazel?
know.
Harley? It was our parents. So we went upstairs, and as we reached, they came running towards us and hugged us.
They are very red people. They must be quite sunburned. But I didn't see an Uber pull up, so I will be pointing out this. The police might be getting them here, coming up with a breathalyzer test.
The police officer asked our parents to check the safe and see what items were missing.
Look how red she is, ma'am. She was clearly very drunk. We didn't see her drive. I think she...
My mom quickly
Crazy.
ran in and went through everything in the safe. After what she said next, we were all left confused. Nothing is missing from here.
What?
All the cash and pieces of jewelry are here, she said. So why did they go through all the trouble of breaking into your house and then your safe?
New theory. The wallet was not really their wallet. It was someone else's wallet. They are framing a different person that they hate, and this different person is someone the little girls are in on. They were in on this.
After she said that, my father rushed towards the safe to check for something. They took my drive, he said with a worried
Your
look on
drive?
his face. He told the officer that he had a drive in the safe that had decades of our family business records.
What is a drive? You had a drive? Is that like a car? I had a drive. Drive?
And it was very important as it could disclose all of our clients' information.
Oh, like a flash drive. I've never heard someone call it a drive. Yo, you got a drive? Is that weird to anyone? Like, that's weird. Drive. What the heck? Who says that?
So we had only one thing to do. Go to the address of Henry Baker as quickly as possible. For that, the police officer asked my dad to come along. One of you sisters should come with us to identify him, she said. It was again me or my sister. I looked at Hazel and saw that she was pretty.
Me or my sister. That right there is how they base the title. Wow, that's just not the play. That's not the payoff with the thing that I expected.
Shaken up. So
I thought someone was gonna die.
Officer that I would go along. I got into my dad's car and we followed behind the police car. After driving for about half an hour, we made a stop in front of an old apartment building.
It looks pretty cool, actually.
And started making our way into the building behind the police officers. The elevator of the building was not working, so we had to take the stairs. The address said he lived on the 3rd floor.
This guy's living in some kind of like a artsy cartoon world. Like, I mean, the style of this house, I like it.
When we reached in front of his door, the police officers told us to stay behind. They knocked on the door, and from inside, a man came shouting, "Who is it this late?" he said, and opened the door. I instantly recognized his voice. It was that guy with a gun.
Yo, he lives in here and he's got himself a nice computer, 2 candles on the wall, a couch, and this interesting cup there in the center, made of chocolate.
It's
Edible
him!
cup.
I screamed, and the officers quickly grabbed him and cuffed him before he could run or do anything, and took him inside. We also went in to find that he wasn't the only one in the apartment. There were 2 other guys who also surrendered to the police.
Why is there a
My dad said
businessman
that he
in here?
recognized one of the guys. He told the police that the 3rd guy, who was not one of the intruders, was his business rival.
I was gonna ask why'd they go home, but I guess if they thought that they weren't seen, I guess it makes sense to go back home, right?
That meant he was the mastermind and that he had hired the
Yeah, it would.
gunman and the locksmith to break into our house and steal the drive. To steal
Wow.
our business secrets and client. The police arrested them and were
I didn't
about
see
to
that
take
coming.
them to jail. But I had unfinished business with the gunman. So
Slap
I went
him.
up to him and I punched him on the
Boom!
nose.
Finally, I called something right after 50 guesses.
That's for hurting my sister.
Now you're charged for assault. I need to know what this business is. What is this business you guys run that they're stealing trade secrets? I just feel like we need more proof here. True story, yes or no? I'm gonna say, oh man, my truth-renator is stuck here at 50%, so I can't tell. Drop a comment below if you think it's true or not. Don't forget to like and leave a subscription to this channel and leave those bells notifications on. Okay, bye.